Whether it's listening to a creator discuss their love for this franchise, a quick round of soft resetting for a shiny before bed, or opening the few packs my wife and I can find nowadays, I find myself making these frequent daily rituals to keep my love alive for Pokemon. Or perhaps my love of Pokemon is what keeps me alive. No, no. Well, maybe. But seriously, as dumb as it may sound, I am thankful for this franchise. This past year, I competed in my first regional tournament as a TCG player, and for the first time in years, I completely engrossed myself in this franchise. I practiced for months. I made a spreadsheet to keep track of my matches, and I took notes. I went to League Cups for the first time, and I practiced any chance I had. All this work and dedication, only for me to get in my own head and not do as well as I wanted. I was devastated, distraught even. I went back to our hotel, wallowing in my own self pity. I was so focused on what I thought I wanted, but that fame and fortune is not what the little kid who fell in love with this franchise cared about. I forgot what it was really about. The journey. The journey together. The next day, I had a blast competing in the side events and did well enough to earn a booster box, something I've only gotten to open once before after careful saving. The box didn't have any crazy expensive chase cards, but man, I felt like I really earned something. I loved that feeling. And more importantly, I loved making that memory with my wife and friends. And thus, here we are today. Well, here we are like 2 months ago. For the past few months, my wife and I made the declaration that lay dormant in my heart for way too many years. We are finally catching them all. We have purchased what we have lovingly called our family binder and have started the journey to collect one of each of the 1,025 Pokemon that currently exists. That's a lot of cards. Now, we did not set a time limit like Pat from Deep Pocket Monster, and we do not have a budget to collect the most expensive cards of each Pokemon. But regardless, we wanted to set some boundaries. So here they are, the rules we have dedicated to our family binder. The rules that rule all rules of the binders that rule. First, and most importantly, my wife and I must agree we both want the card in that binder. We're not going to just collect any card of any Pokemon. No, we want to be happy and joyful and like the card. We must agree. Second, we're sticking to only English cards. Now, there are very, very awesome cards exclusive to non-English regions, and I have a few in my personal collection, and will continue to hunt for my own personal collection. But we wanted some uniformity in this binder, so only English release cards. And three, a real challenge for me, my brain, and my wallet. I want one of each vertical gimmick card in the game, from the Scarlet and Violet era to before. Now, that last rule may seem strange, and I'll do my best to explain it, but if you've collected or played Pokemon for more than one generation, you may notice some different gimmicks the Pokemon Company has used. For example, in the Scarlet and Violet era, they brought back EX Pokemon, and gave us new gimmicks such as the Terra Pokemon, illustration rares, and special illustration rares. While Sword and Shield, the era that brought many of us back, had gimmicks like the V's, V-Stars, V-Max, the Valerian Valerie. You get it. Here is a list of what I'm trying to check off in the binder if possible, though some of these gimmicks can get pretty expensive. And this whole vertical rule is not because I'm a TikTok fan, but for the simple fact that our binder holds cards vertically. And I think horizontal printed cards look weird in the binder. I'm not a hater on break cards like others may be, and I think the dual legend cards are sick. But one, the two Pokemon don't always line up numerically in the national decks. And again, they look weird in the binder if they're not printed vertically. Those may be our three cardinal rules, but if you have been paying attention, you may see some other unspoken rules we tend to stick to. I don't think any other rules are necessary, and honestly, if you're trying to complete a similar binder or challenge for yourself, if you're not happy with it, don't do the challenge. It's whatever makes you happy. Those are the rules you should be sticking to. My wife and I started this journey by rating my childhood cards, our separate collections, my bulk, and a few local game stores. And after 2 months of doing all that and strictly adhering to our three rules, we have 357 cards. That right there is a little over 1/3 of the 1,025 Pokemon, and my wallet is already crying. But my heart is so happy. and loves to just open the binder and see our progress so far. Now, I don't want to keep you here all day and go over every card individually. You could pause here and there and see all the cards throughout this video. But I thought it'd be fun for my wife and I to pick out our top 5 cards in no particular order and make a sort of loose top 10 of the binder so far. Let me know if you have any of these, or if now you need to add them to your collection. The best part of this binder is that so far, every card in the binder is affordable. So here we are, 1/3 of the way through our binder, and before we show you any of the cards, I just want to point out my wonderful wife made 1,025 of these cards, and we just been throwing them out like they're trash. They're not trash, they're wonderful. Thank you for that.
They're organized.
But I wanted to give Emily the opportunity to show her top 5 cards that we have in the binder so far, and let it be known that these can change throughout while we keep adding to the binder, and this is also not in the top 5 order. It's just top 5, no particular order.
Well, mine are in the order that they appear.
Well, there you go. In the order they appear. All right, what do we got first?
Okay, first one is this Teddy Ursa, number, 216 in the Pokédex. I just think he's really cute because he looks like Winnie the Pooh.
We had another Teddy Ursa. If you want to pause at some point when you're watching the whole video, we changed Teddy Ursa, but this one is adorable. I agree.
This is, the illustrator is Miki Tanaka.
Tanaka sounds right. I don't know about first name. I don't know.
We have like a few of their cards though.
Okay.
Like that one and our Slowpoke are the same artist. Okay. So yeah, Teddy Ursa. The next one is this Plusle. I don't know why. I was just really excited that I actually pulled this because I thought we were gonna have to buy them. We don't have the Minun yet, but I think it's really cute, and like the Minun, the dude in the back is sad. And then
so like positive and negative.
Yeah. I just think it's cute.
The Gen 3 cards are so cool.
And my last 3 are all Gen 5.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling they're all gonna change with
when
this new set comes out. But
there you go.
One of them right now is this Dimple because he's so sad.
He is so sad.
I just feel bad for him, but he's really sad. So I want them to make a happy version of him.
I don't remember what it looks like in this next set.
Maybe, yeah, I don't either.
Maybe there's a happy one.
And then next I have the 2, but if I have to only pick one out of these, it's a Cinccino, right? Is that how you say it?
I don't know. I've heard Cinccino and
Cinccino. Chin would be like the Italian way of saying it.
I think it's supposed to be Chin because like it's like cafe barista type vibes.
Yeah. This one is the only reason I chose this one over the Minccino is because it has a little Meryl, and I love Meryl so much.
There is a Meryl card that we need to put in our binder. It's so far in Emily's binder,
and it's gonna stay right there.
It's gonna stay right there, so we need another copy for the family.
Another copy of it. If you know, you know. And then my last one for top 5 right now is this Fracture, which I'm curious if they're gonna remake this in the new set.
I did look that up. They are giving the ones that already have illustration rayers new illustration rayers.
Oh, okay.
But I think this one's better. I did look up the Fracture.
I liked this one initially because I thought he was like painting. I don't think he is. I think he's just meditating, which is still cute. But I don't know. I think the card is beautiful, so I think it's nice. But yeah, those are my top 5 so far. I didn't make it past Gen 5.
Okay, TJ's hands on the camera. If you've been paying attention, my hands have not shown up frequently because I got Monster Donkey Kong, little Whopper hands. I don't have Diglett thumbs.
Love you, Pat.
I'm gonna take us back to the beginning because for my no particular order, but in National Dex order, I do love this Squirtle so much. It goes to, oh man, he's not my favorite Gen 1. That's definitely got to still be Jolteon, but he's probably my second favorite. I love Magikarp, and I also love shiny Magikarp. I think it's a wonderful shiny, and this card is apparently a Target promo, and I messed up not caring about Pokemon cards because I think I don't know, this could be wrong, But I think if you just bought Pokemon cards in 2016 at a Target, they just gave you this card. So I actually have 2 of these. I bought a sealed one for my personal collection because I love it so much. Magikarp is great. My next one is next page over for my childhood binder. I was trying to debate what childhood card to really point out. And man, I love this Cyndaquil so much. Cyndaquil's not even my favorite Gen 2 starter. That's Totodile. But I love this art. I love the reverse holo. And I'm a sucker for the E-Series cards. I think they are gorgeous. And unfortunately, so does everybody else. And they are expensive. Happy to have that.
You jump all the way to Gen 3 next.
Gen 3. There's some cool Gen 2s in here. Take my time a little bit for y'all to see them. But I know what Gen 3 I have. Sleep those others. Here he is. Alright. My favorite Pokemon of all time. The beast, the behemoth, Aggron. Not only do I love Aggron, I love the full arts from the XY era. These.
It's your favorite color in the background.
It's also my favorite color in the background. He is simply gorgeous. He slays. He is queen. I'm so proud of him and everything he accomplishes. I love this card so much. This, along with the next card, were the first 2 cards I bought during the pandemic when I got back into Pokemon cards because I knew I had to have them in my collection. So speaking of which also, well, Lord, speaking of which, maybe, I don't know, this is just a top 10 card art in the history of the TCG. This is, I think this makes my top 10. This Munchlax is so adorable. I got
I'm a sucker for some
the cherry blossoms. I love how happy he is. He's just chilling. He's a little big dude. You know, little big dudes gotta stick together. The artist here, I can't pronounce their name. I will in the future, don't worry. But I'd love to do a spotlight because their art is quite possibly my favorite art of any artist in the series. I don't know. There's some great artists in the Pokemon TCG, but man, dude, I love this card so freaking much. I need like a binder of only this card. Love that card. And then last but not least, we gotta go all the way to Gen 8. I did not think I was going to like a Gen 8 card this much. I like the Gen 8 card. Let me rephrase that. I've had so much time with all these previous generations that I've fallen in love with these Pokemon. This is not a favorite Pokemon of mine whatsoever. Maybe it might become a favorite Pokemon of mine. But holy cannoli. Maybe my favorite modern art card. Look at this Clobbopus. Look at my boy. He's just doing the most. I love him. I love him so much. Like he's chopping the coconuts and the log. The what?
Is that the one that has no, it's not that one. There's one that like is similar art style that has like a Diglett hidden in it. And the Diglett's like flying off to the side.
That's the V-Star, the Mewtwo V-Star that I want. When he's fighting Charizard, Diglett's like flying off to the side.
Yeah.
I need that from the Valerian Valley.
Is that a Swanna that's supposed to be in the lake though? Or no, never mind.
I don't think there's another Pokemon in there. There's just items that he's chopping. I love this guy. Thank you, Clobbopus. Well, that's our semi-loose top 10 so far. Take it to the outro, TJ. Now, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, and I wanted to give you a little sneak peek into some... How do I phrase this? The possibilities I want for this binder, if my wallet and collection can survive it. There's a couple expensive boys I'd like to add to this binder, especially if you remember I said I want one of every gimmick the card game has had. If you paid attention, there's some expensive gimmicks to this card game. One, a gold star. Ever since I got back into Pokemon cards 5 years ago, I've dreamt of having a gold star. It's expensive. I don't think it's going to happen unless I want to do the Greninja promo from Celebrations or, there is another workaround I'm thinking of. That might show up. I won't spoil it. Crystal type cards. These are super expensive. They look great. I would love to have one, but man, they are stupid expensive. I got to hope I find one that's damaged in the back or something if I ever want to have one. And then the 3 cards, I think I can make a possibility, not all at once, and I really want them in the binder. 1, that first page. Man, the first page is, I gotta have a strong impression. And if there's one Pokemon, hate him or love him, that makes that strong impression, it's Charizard. Now, I don't want base set Charizard. I don't want 151, Brilliant Stars. I like those cards, they're cool. I want the Charizard I actually wanted when I was a child. The Delta Species Charizard. Man, I gotta have it. I look at it all the time, and I don't think it's gonna get cheaper. I'm hoping I can add that to our binder one day. And there's another gimmick card type, I guess I could say, that Pokemon Company only ever made one of. The Silver Dialga. Not even like my favorite Pokemon. He's cool, I guess, Master of Time. But there's a completion part of my brain that's like, man, you gotta get that Silver Dialga. I don't care how much it costs. And then last but not least, if there's one more childhood card that I've always wanted that I'd like to add to this family binder, it's the Neo Genesis Lugia. It's honestly an unlimited, probably not too expensive. It's more than most of you want to pay for a piece of cardboard, but I really want to get that for our family binder. If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, please feel free to follow our Instagram, Last Resort Collects. I got a link down in the bio. We post more weekly and daily updates there. But I appreciate you all so much for listening. I hope you had fun, and I hope we've inspired you to go on your journey together.
Oh,
Still recording.
no, I hit stop.